welcome to the Planet Elevate AI podcast, where we explore the future of leadership, innovation, and intelligent technology. I'm your host, Imran Kadri, and today we're diving into one of the biggest shifts in business and technology, the Agentic AI revolution. My guest today has built a remarkable career helping enterprises navigate one of the toughest dilemmas facing today's C-suite. I'm joined by Mohsin Hassan, an AI data, cloud, and security consultant with 20 years of experience leading global digital transformations at organizations like Accenture, IBM, VMware, Adobe, Cisco, and major clients including HSBC, Barclays, Shell, BP, Vodafone, and the NHS in the UK. Mohsin is the creator of the Agentic AI Sprint, a 2-week engagement designed to deliver a secure, high return on investment AI agent with governance baked in. And it leads the development of Surge, an integrated ecosystem that helps enterprises innovate with confidence while meeting all the EU AI safety standards and regulatory requirements. Mohsin, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure having you here.
Thank you so much, Imran. Yeah, it's really a pleasure for inviting me. Thank you so much again.
Yeah, welcome.
My background has always been an intersection of the cloud, data, and security and AI, and especially the enterprise transformation. And over the years, I have seen one pattern repeat across every organizations, like leaders who want to move fast with AI, but they can't compromise on trust, safety, and governance. Yeah, so that's what you pulled me into the agentic AI space.
Brilliant. Now, before we dive into the main part of the conversation, Mohsin, you've touched on this briefly, but could you tell our listeners a bit about your background, how your career evolved across global digital transformation, and what inspired you to build the Agentic AI Sprint and the Surge ecosystem? Maybe our audience are not familiar with these terms, so if you could briefly explain these in the context of the work that you're doing. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. So my background, I did my lectures in electrical engineering, and my background started with infrastructure. So especially with enterprise cloud, data, security, and large scale digital transformations. I work with different organizations like Accenture, IBM, Deloitte, VMware, Adobe, Cisco, Huawei, Nokia. So all these big four consultancy companies and tier one technology integrators. And I got a chance to work with different enterprises as well in terms of financial side. I work on HSBC, Barclays, Lloyd's, and in energy sector. I work in Shell and BP as well, telecom sector, Vodafone, BT. So all these companies gave me a front row view of how big companies adopt new technology. So I notice a clear pattern where everybody wants the speed of the AI, but they worry about the safety, compliance, and reliability. So the challenge was not the lack of idea; it was the lack of the trust. And when 2 years back, when I saw that AI boom hitting, and I saw the shift, people moving from cloud to AI, and then in the AI space, they started with the Gen A, and then this year in 2025, I saw the more push towards into agentic AI. So we are now in a stage where AI does not just give answers like a chatbot. A Gen AI, I would say, just like a chatbot. But in agentic AI, it is like it can plan, it can act, it can answer, and so it can take actions, plan, decide, and deliver the outcomes like a digital employee. So this is huge opportunity, but it only works if governance and oversight are built in from the day one. So the Gentic AI sprint that came from that need, which I started 2 weeks sprint, which is simple 2 weeks engagement that helps organization pick one high impact use case, and we built the agent for that high impact workflow and secure a measurable AI agent around it. Instead of long project with uncertain outcomes, we got a one working agent and full documentation risk, controls, and clear return of investment as well. And my company started in 2016, Technosurge, and the Surge ecosystem is the framework around it. So it includes the trust layer, governance tools, and orchestration and the safety checks that let enterprises innovate with confidence, staying aligned with the things like EU AI Act. So in short, Agentic AI, it gives companies a safe on ramp to the agentic AI revolution.
Brilliant. That's so fascinating. And thank you for sharing the great work that you are driving at your organization. So you've been pivotal in the work that you've done with the world's largest organizations through high stakes digital transformation. How would you describe your leadership style, especially when helping enterprises balance AI speed and AI safety?
Sure. That is very interesting area. So people are worried about agentic AI, but they think that with compliance and governance, they can it impacts on the speed, but actually it helps them to scale if it is baked in from day one. So my leadership style has always built in on the clarity, speed, and trust. Always, I have spent many years inside large organizations where the stakes are high and the appetite for the innovation is strong, but the risks are real. What I learned is that the leaders have to create an environment where the teams can move fast, but never in a reckless way. For me, the balance between AI and AI safety, it comes from two things. First, having a very clear direction so everyone understands the outcome we are trying to achieve. Second, the putting the guardrails in place so people can innovate confidently, not cautiously. So this AI governance or AI safety, this helps to in terms of scale. Think like Formula One, basically. So they have the best brakes, basically. It's not holding them. It's basically giving them to more controls, basically. So when you give a team a safe framework, strong governance, and full transparency, they actually move faster. It's not a hindrance because they do not do a second guess themselves. They know the system is accountable, explainable, and aligned with the organization's risk posture. So my leadership approach is simple. So a bold vision, remove friction, empower people to act, make sure the trust and safety are embedded from the day one. That way, I think you get the best of both worlds. So like the rapid innovations and responsible execution as well.
Fantastic leadership traits there that you've described. So, what do you believe are essential for helping organizations adopt agentic AI responsibly and at scale in terms based on in today's rapidly shifting environment?
So I would say that I think few leadership qualities they are essential if you want organization to adopt agentic AI responsibility and a scale in today's world and fast changing environment. The first thing I would talk about is the clarity. I touched earlier, leaders need a very clear understanding of the business outcome they want, not just the technology they are trying to experiment with. When people know the destination, they make better decisions. Second is, I would say, the responsibility. So agentic AI is powerful. So leader must set a tone of accountability from the start. That means proper governance, proper oversight, and proper checkpoints. It's not to slow people down, but it make sure the innovation stays there. Third, think is I would say it's a courage. That's this space moves quickly. So leader must be willing to adopt new thinking as well, challenge old processes, embrace AI as a core capability, not something on the side. So I would say you need to reinvent your processes, technology, leadership, skills, and then the fourth I would say is trust building. So trust moves faster when they feel safe. So leader need to create an environment where the experimentation is encouraged and the where risk is managed openly, not hidden. So finally, I would say about adaptability as well. So agentic AI evolves weekly, so leader have to stay curious and stay flexible and continuously refine their strategy as our technology matures. So that's why I was saying reinventing the strategy, reinventing their processes. So to me, these quality together allow organization to innovate with speed while staying the responsible, which is exactly what the new era of the AI demands. So if we talk about in 2026, so that will be the AI governance, AI safety, and AI accountability. So people will be shifting towards it.
Fantastic. And I guess we have some sections of the audience hearing the term agentic AI revolution for the first time. How do you explain agentic AI and why is it such a game changer compared to traditional automation? and machine learning?
Sure. If I start first, when I've had an infrastructure background where the people were using automation, using Python scripts, and then they started with the DevOps, with CI/CD pipeline, and then they started with Gen AI, and now Agentic AI. So if I start for everyone hearing in terms of the first time, I would say Agentic AI is simply AI that can take actions. Traditional AI give you the answers, a prediction or more a recommendation. But Agentic AI goes further a step further, where it can observe the situation, it can reason about what need to happen, it can plan the steps, it can then take the action, and then it learns from the outcome as well. So instead of saying here is your data or here is your suggestion, so agent can actually book a meeting for you, it can generate a report, it can monitor a system, it can send an email, analyze risks, or coordinate with other agents to complete a workflow. And it can be one agent as well doing all thing, or it can be team of multi agents as well. So it's that's why it's a big shift. Traditional automation is rigid. You have to tell exactly what to do, but machine learning is a reactive. It gives output. It does not it does nothing with them. So agentic AI is a proactive. It makes decisions, it adapts, it handles complexity that old system can't. So in simple terms, I would say agentic AI behaves like a digital employee, then a tool. It reduces workload, it increases speed, it frees humans to focus on higher value tasks. And when you combine that with proper safety, governance, and accountability, you unlock a level of productivity and innovation that organizations have never had before. That's why it has been a revolution, not just another upgrade in technology.
Brilliant. Let's take it one step further and see how agentic AI could unlock sales and marketing. So, what do you think are the opportunities with this, especially when it comes to personalization, pipeline velocity, customer experience, and operational efficiency?
Sure. So, in that perspective, I would say that when you so basically like agentic AI can transform the sales marketing because it finally gives the teams a way to personalize at scale. You can hire digital employees in terms of salesperson, marketing persons, so that these agents will be your digital employees, and they can you can have voice AI in it. You can have customer support knowledge base as well. It can take it can find the leads as well from different sources, and it can communicate on your behalf as well. It can email to the leads, it can calls as well, and also it can do the inbound outbound both calls, and it can increase your pipeline velocity as well, and it can improve your customer experience without adopting cost or headcount. And if you can see, you can hire AI BDRs, a business development representative. So for personalization, I will see that agents can read signals from the behavior as well, of your past directions as well, content consumption, timing, and it can write a personalized email. I would call it outreach or offer that feel tailored to the individual, not a generic, because it takes insight from different sources. As I mentioned, like even it can scrap data from the Google as well, from the LinkedIn, from a different from Apollo, for Epify. So that level of the relevance was impossible before because the humans cannot personalize thousands of interactions every day. So the for pipeline velocity, I would say that agents can handle all the tasks that normally slow our teams down. As I mentioned, they can research leads, qualify them, send follow-up, reschedule meetings, update CRM, and keep every opportunity moving. So there are no gaps, no delays, and it never sleeps as well. It can work 24 by 7 as well. No missed touch points. It means that deals flow faster through the funnel. And for the customer experience, I would say that Gents can guide customers instantly as well. It can answer the questions, provide recommendations, and people get faster, like more accurate support, and it feels proactive instead of reactive. And for operational efficiency, this is where the biggest gain I see, because instead of 10 tools, five workflows and manual handovers and these disconnect tools, agent can run the entire process end to end. It reduces the cost, it removes frictions, and gives leaders more real visibility. It's what is working. So, in short, it's like Agentic AI turns the sales and marketing into more continuous. I would say it's more intelligent and an engine or ROI engine that never sleeps, never forgets, and always adapts. And it raises the standard of what the enterprise customer engagement should look like.
Brilliant. When organizations want to scale AI safely, you talk about governance being baked in through your Surge trust layer. What steps should leaders take to ensure their AI rollouts are secure, compliant, and high impact from day one?
Yeah, that is the very interesting questions, and that is my area of interest a lot recent time. To scale AI safely from day one, leaders need to treat governance as a part of the foundation, not at the last minute, not because I see that some businesses they think that they will add it later. There are few practical steps that make a huge difference. I would say the first step is visibility. Does need to know what exactly where AI is being used, why they use it. They don't need to use AI for just for hype or just to experiment tool. They need to know what where exactly they want to achieve. And if you see the recent surveys from MIT, they said that 95% AI pilot failed, and I would say that they just experimented AI in terms of hype, and they wanted we did not have the AI governance in it. So as a first step, as I mentioned, is visibility where the data they need to know how exactly is it being used, where the data touches, what decisions it influence. So most organizations skip this and end up with hidden risk. And a clear inventory gives you the control. And second step, I would say the accountability. FBI system should have an owner, an oversight process, and a clear definition of acceptable behavior. So that makes a technology predictable, which is what the compliance teams care about. And third step is auditability, where you need with the logs, explanations, and traceability for every AI action. That's the what the research trust layer is built for. So in our search ecosystems, we develop search trust layer. It gives leaders evidence, not assumptions only. So regulators and security teams need that level of transparency. And the fourth step, I would say, is a guardrails. That means putting limits, policies, risk scoring in place so the AI stays within the safe boundaries. So when guardrails exist, team can innovate faster because they know the system cannot drift into the unsafe territory. And finally, I would say the impact measurement. Leaders should focus on the quick control wins that prove value early. When you start with one well-governed workflow and deliver the real result, you create the confidence across the organization and make scaling much easier. That's what I would always say with the companies who want to start with AI first or AI agentic AI, or start with small, start with one agent, prove the value of the agent, and then scale. And also have the compliance and governance baked in that agent as well from the day one. The formula is simple. I would say clarity, ownership, transparency, trails, and measurable outcomes. When there's all these elements are baked in from the beginning, AI becomes both safe and incredibly high impact as well.
Thank you so much for the brilliant insight into Technosurge and especially the Surge trust layer. I'm sure we'll get to hear a bit more about this going forward. Now, we over to our quick fire fun wrap questions. So the first question we have for you is if you could automate any personal task using an AI agent, what would it be?
I would say that this AI agent as a your assistant, and any smaller task, start with the smaller task, manual task what you are doing. Would it like constant admin task that drain mental energy, things like organizing my calendar, sorting messages, preparing summaries, prioritizing what need to my attention of AI, my attention each day. So AI agent that clears the noise and give me a clean focused start every morning would be life changing. So in my case, honestly, I automate my calendar inbox. That's where time disappears. And if I agent could clear the clutter, give me with just important decisions, I think the my productivity would double overnight. So if I talk about retail center, they can hire, they can use AI agent for their inbound calling, outbound calling. Similarly, for the replying to the customers, if we give another examples of the law firms where they can automate the manual tasks, they for the case management as well, they can take the AI agent can take the notes for them, take the actions for them, send the reminders. It can respond to the customer queries as well. It can do a health check on the file as well. Similarly, in every industry, I see that minor task and especially where the time consuming, like administrative tasks, don't give it complex tasks. Start with the simple task and give AI. I would say that more prompt as well. Think like it's not give it more explanation than it required. Then it gives better answers as well.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Now over to our second question. What emerging AI trend or tool excites you the most for the year ahead?
So for me, in terms of AI, the agentic AI, that is one of the latest trend. But that trend that excites me is more like I would say the rise of multi-agent systems. We are moving from single AI model to more coordinated teams of agents that can collaborate. Like think that sales and marketing team, they can both collaborate. They can reason together, manage full workflows. This shift will unlock a new level of automation and it will give the organization real digital teammates instead of isolated tools. So I really want more excited if the AI agent they can work together, not a standalone, and they can learn as well from each other, collaborate, and then they can when you have a multiple team agents coordinating task the same way as a real team would. So the possibilities become endless, but there should be some accountability and governance inside as well, so that the collaboration becomes easy and
Okay,
effective.
great stuff. Fantastic. If you could share a coffee or tea with any technology innovator, past or present, who would you choose and why?
I would choose a person who has a lot of energy, and especially who talks about latest technologies. And I would choose Alan Turing. He laid the foundation for modern computing and artificial intelligence long before the world understood what it could become. I would love to talk to him. How he managed the future, how he approached the problem solving, and what he would think about the genetic system we are building today, because his clarity and courage still inspire the entire world.
Fantastic. Thank you so much there. Now, if our viewers and listeners want to hear a bit more about the great work you're doing, how can they get in touch with you?
They can always in touch me on the LinkedIn. What I would say is the LinkedIn is the best place to reach me, and you can find more details about my work at techsurge.ai. Always open to conversation, collaboration, especially on the AI innovation, latest tech trends.
We'll put the details in the show notes below. Mohsin, thank you for joining us today and sharing your wonderful insights on the agentic AI revolution, enterprise grade governance, and how leaders can harness AI to build smarter, more resilient teams. Your perspective on balancing speed and safety is invaluable. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to the Planet Elevate AI podcast. If you enjoyed today's conversation, make sure to subscribe, follow, and share this episode with your network. Until next time, I'm Imran Kadri with Mohsin Hassan, and this is the Planet Elevate AI podcast, elevating you to success. Thank you.
Thank you so